Welcome back. Yeah. I have a quite a burning question, which is I have been hoping to ask for a while, which is what about Lebanese art, literature, music, media, cinema? What about all those? Can you guys talk a bit about that?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
You go ahead before me so I can think.
Okay, in terms of art, I don't think there's such thing as Lebanese identity, as more of as a mixture of different cultures. Like, especially in architecture, there are some vernacular buildings, let's say, but there's a lot of mixtures in the Ottoman culture and a lot of mixture in the French culture. So, yeah, and we kind of see it in the art and the paintings. We have a lot of impressionists in the country.
Right.
So, when people say Turkey is like Eurasia, I think that's wrong. Probably Lebanon has more of that, right? Like a mix of both, like Middle Eastern and...
Yeah, Turkey also went into a heavy modernization period after the Second World War, which made it also closer to Europeans. They switched to a Latin alphabet, and but Lebanon, they had a lot of influence from the French, who also basically invested heavily in that area, and they carried that on. And it wasn't as a brutal separation from the Mandate as what happened in Syria, where there was like just an entire washing away of that entire period, that it never happened almost, and an entire new identity was created for the Syrians.
But there are traditional Lebanese houses.
Yeah,
Have,
in terms of
arches and.
Yeah, I want to also say in terms of art, about music, there's definitely a very distinct Lebanese identity to music. You have a lot of huge Arab artists and singers who are Lebanese, and they also created a sort of own type of style of music, which is still Oriental, but within the Oriental music, it's distinct. I would say Fairuz is one of the most well-known singers, Lebanese singers. Fairuz. There's
Fairuz,
also
okay.
Yeah, Milhem Barakat, Ziad Rahbani.
Okay.
There's a lot of very
Modern
Sabah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wadi As-Safi. There's a lot of
Is
very
it-
big names.
Is it folk music or is it influenced by Western or Persian or?
It's mostly Oriental music, actually. So just like same type of or theory of music that you would hear from Egyptian or Syrian or even Gulf cultures. It's based on the there are some different scales for different regions, but nowadays it's all mixed into like the Oriental type of music.
Yeah, but there's
Okay.
Zebke also, which is the folk music.
Oh yeah, there is a folk music and a folk dance for Lebanese people, but the artists I was talking about, no, they have their own style of music, and it's not really considered folk.
I
But
see.
it is a big part of the Lebanese heritage.
What do they sing about these artists? For example, Fairuz.
Some are about love, and some are about the situation in Lebanon.
Yeah, a lot actually about, especially from Ziad Rahbani.
Which is her son.
He made a lot of he's the son of Fairuz, and he made a lot of plays and songs about the social and economic situation during the day, because he lived a lot during the Civil War, which is when he created a lot of his art. And a lot of them talk about cultural and just societal type of issues,
Which we are still living today, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. So what he made during the Civil War still resonates with people now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
He's still a big figure. And just now we were talking about listening to a play when we get the time. There are very few video recordings of the plays back when he did it, and he doesn't do any more repeats of them because a lot of the original artists already passed away. So and these video recordings were not published for a long time, and then lately, I think it was in 2016 or something, or 18.
Something.
One of them got published as a movie in the cinema, so everybody went to watch it again. It was a huge thing, you know. Oh,
Nice.
it exists. We've always listened to it on the radio, but we never knew there was a video.
But also that's
nice.
when like the young people got exposed to it like officially, and a lot of young people fell in love with him again because as you said, Vishnu, it still resonates until today. Like all of the stuff that he says about, you asked about,
You asked about communists in Lebanon.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the big influencers in this area. He's also he's very leftist. I
It's
think
always
he's
got to
communist.
be the communist with the bloody guitar, right? And who's like going to spring forth a new revolution and change. Fucking hell.
Piano in that case, but
Okay. So what instruments do you have? Like, are there any traditional Lebanese musical instruments?
Yeah, so there's the oud. That's a very well known one.
Is it the
I thought
traditional?
oud was a
Is it
perfume.
Lebanese?
Oh no, here there's one
yeah.
over there. I can show you,
Oh, nice.
but
It's also
it's broken right now. There's also the derbeke, which is a percussion instrument, just like a small drum. Tabla,
Okay.
also it's called tabla.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
called a
this is,
tabla?
the oud.
It's called tabla.
Yeah.
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 Oh, nice. So we've got something in common. Yeah, we've got something in common.
Oh,
In fact, Vishnu
really?
has learned how to play tabla. Have you noticed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
is it the same tabla though?
No, I think
think
it's
so.
different.
No?
No.
Different? Let me Google Lebanese tabla.
And we have also the
Buzu. And the nai.
and the nai, yeah. The nai.
Nai is like a flute from a
From
cane.
pipe.
Oh, yeah,
cane.
sorry.
And buzo is just like a oud, but a smaller body and a way longer arm or neck.
Okay.
It looks like the Greek one, right?
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
the bouzouki, the Greek or the Turkish instrument.
I
That's
see.
also typically used in. There's also the daf,
Oh yeah, like a
Re-
like a tambourine
tambourine.
kind of thing,
Oh, okay.
with a
Skin.
to drum on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The
we
Lebanese
we
tabla
also
is
play
different.
a lot of music. We used to play in Lebanon as well.
Sorry, I'm going to be cruel here and ask for if anyone of you could sing any of those Lebanese song from Fairuz's son. I can't remember the name though.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, you can ask.
Let's all sing like one song.
Sing? No, I don't think so.
What
I'm
was
way
it?
too shy for that.
Now JP and Tina can
No,
sing
no,
and
you can
you can
probably
hum.
listen to that on Spotify or something.
No,
that's
Tina's
also
singing
better, yeah.
definitely there. No, give us just a flavor of what it would be like, maybe a line or so. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up like a song so there are no.
While you're doing that, I looked up the Lebanese tabla. So first, when I typed TA, it just said tobale. So I thought, oh, that's a nice way to spell a tabla.
Tabule.
And I looked at, and that was a salad. That was a salad. Like a tabule is a bloody salad. I was like, what the fuck? This doesn't look like a percussion instrument. And then I was like, all right, fine. Let's stick to the Indian version of the spelling. And then it's different to what we have in India. In India,
It
we've
looks
got
like a yeah. No, the Lebanese one looks like a. Is it called a banjo? I don't know what it's called in this one.
Banjo.
No, it's not a banjo. Bongo, sorry.
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Bongo is bigger. I
No, you typically put it
bigger.
on your. You rest
Lap.
it on your lap, and
okay.
under your arm, and you play it with
Yeah.
both hands.
Ah, nice.
It's like this if it loads on time. It's like this. Sorry. It's like this.
No.
Oh.
This
Oh,
is
that's stubble.
This is stubble. Yeah, this is also one instrument.
this is the bass drum basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
forgot about that one.
Try derbekke. DER. BAKE.
You're saying that in Dutch.
Yeah, I'm used to spelling in Dutch now.
This one?
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Nice.
it looks very similar to that. Whatever you were saying, it does. The Oriental
Is it the same
drumming,
in
it's
India?
called. No. In
Yeah.
India, it's like this. It's like this. We've got
Oh, yeah, that's very different.
two drums, one for the bass and the other for the pitch.
And do you control the pitch with the chords, or is it one sound? Does it make one sound?
In India, our music's very weird. We actually we speak our music. So
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So
I watched the video
for
about
every
it.
percussion instrument, like everything that we play, we can speak it. So it's
Yeah.
like tati tum tam.
Yeah,
Oh,
So I'd
Oh,
be
nice.
tata
Really
diti.
interesting.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it goes
ta-ta-rikida,
really fast
dita-rikida.
sometimes.
Yeah.
it goes
Yeah,
very
yeah.
fast. So if I say tata rikida ditta rikida tom tom tarikida ram nam tarikida, I can play that very same thing in the like that's how I
Whoa.
learned the
Wow.
music. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. And there's
This is,
no notes. You gotta memorize it. Yeah.
This is something similar to a nai. It's not exactly the same thing. It's a slightly different instrument, but this is what it looks like.
Do you know how to play this? Do you know how to play this?
It's really hard to make a sound.
Yeah.
It's very hard to make a sound.
Okay.
I just got it because it looks nice.
No, he annoys me sometimes with it.
Yeah, nah, forget it.
Which one can you play? The oud is broken, right? The oud. That is
Yeah,
broken.
the oud is broken. I play mostly guitar and saxophone, so
The piano.
not much
And
Oriental stuff. But
JP's got a talent as well.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mainly guitar and trumpet.
Yeah.
Trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to play in in wedding bands and festivals and stuff like that.
That's nice.
So
Do you guys
there
still-
was
do
some
you guys still
Arabic
play?
music involved. We jam sometimes together, but not not doing shows. No, not professionally anymore. Tina can also play piano and saxophone.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we also have a percussion.
Help me out.
That's
Nice.
bongo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
is it a
mini bongos.
smaller version of that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sing Ismaya Rida. So you can help me with that one.
Okay.
اسمع
اسمع
يا رضا
كل شي عم يغلى ويزيد امبارح كنا عالحديد هلأ صرنا عالحديد.
I have a.
What?
That's quite
And
nice.
maybe,
And what does that mean?
Thanks.
What does that mean?
It's-
What was that?
Yeah,
what
it
was
reflects the
what was lyrics?
social.
We could also put it on TV if you.
It's about like Ismaya Rida. It means listen. Rida. Rida is a name, and he's saying
About the inflation mainly.
yeah that
Everything
is
is
getting
being so expensive
Inflation?
now.
Yeah, that was back.
It's
in
an
during the
economic
war.
song?
Yeah,
Yeah. He says.
That's
he says
amazing,
this-
man.
So the story goes is that he delivers vegetables to a restaurant, and his cousin works there, I think. And he just delivered a new batch of vegetables, and he told the guy to fetch him a lettuce and he tells him hurry up because if you don't hurry, it's gonna get more expensive. I just delivered it myself.
yeah. We forgot to mention that his plays are actually comedy, so
Yeah.
they're super funny.
They're always comedy and very dark because it's always like
Yeah.
in the worst situations.
Yeah.
Now I know why he's
What?
famous.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. This is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's why his plays still resonate till
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. we're basically back to square one with the inflation.
True. Yeah, and like our parents who have lived the inflation before, they tell us it's pretty much the same.
Damn. Then ideally it's not inflation, right? It's inflation and it's pretty much the same. It's quite
Yeah,
stagnant.
it's more than inflation actually. It's the cost of the scheme, the Ponzi scheme that they made.
Yeah, it's the cost of the Ponzi scheme, basically. Yeah.
Sorry, how much does like a liter of milk cost in Lebanon though?
So
I have no idea.
yeah, we're mostly used to powdered milk since we're kids.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So like fresh milk
What?
is also like a luxury in a sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Really?
Yeah, but sometimes not even a luxury. Sometimes just if you live in a farm, you get a fresh milk.
Yeah, I don't agree actually on that part. It's like powder milk, you use it for something, like for baking or for, I don't know, for baby food. But milk, we used to drink it like in a cup like every day because it's for kids. Like you have to drink 1 cup of milk every day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, but actually we are used to weigh things with bread more than milk.
what do you mean?
So like we used to we know
yeah.
how much bread there's in a bag of bread.
Yeah, you can gauge the inflation by looking at the bread because it's always been very steady and subsidized by the government.
Okay.
And lately, so it used to be £1,500, and you would get 10 loaves of bread,
Of flatbread.
10 big loaves of flatbread.
1,500 Lebanese pound, I suppose.
Yeah.
Lebanese pounds. And
So it's like it used to be $1.
it used
Yeah.
to that used to be
$1, okay.
one US dollars, and now
okay.
it's how much is it? Let's look it up because it changes actually from 1 month to the other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, and back
So it was
in the
pegged
midst
to
of
the
the crisis,
US dollar when it was at $1, or was it pegged
Yeah.
to the US dollar? Okay.
Yeah, it was pegged to US dollar at £1,500 for the dollar for a very long time, and that created a long period of stability and poured a lot of money in. And what they did with that money is they siphoned it all into the banks by offering high interest rates. And the banks were actually themselves, which were the owners of the banks, the politicians, and the merchants. And so they kept offering higher and higher rates. And when they couldn't pay it anymore, they would lend money from other governments in US dollars. And they just lent that money to the Lebanese government, to the Lebanese. So what happened is the money went to the banks. The banks put the money in the Lebanese central bank. The Lebanese central bank lent the money to the government. The government spent it on corrupt projects, and that's how the money evaporated.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was all financed in the beginning by the central bank by pegging the Lebanese pound at the dollar, and then not wanting to set it free after the period of stability was supposed to be over. So it created like fake booms in the country where everything became so expensive without a reason, and then it led to this sudden crash.
Yeah, $1 now is like almost 90,000.
Yeah, now $1 is 90,000 Lebanese pounds.
And it was 1,500 before.
1,500, yeah. Yeah, at some points, like pensions that used to be worth $1,000 per month were actually becoming $20 and $30. Lebanese army personnel were getting paid in Lebanese pounds. So yeah, their wages were also closer to $60 and $70 a month, down from like $700 or $800 at least.
Yeah, that's also why the police don't answer you when your car gets stolen. That's partly it.
Okay.
Fair enough. Because their salary is pegged to the... Yeah.
Dude, they're almost volunteers at this point.
Yeah.
Pro bono police.
I mean, pro bono, and then you have the power of being a cop, right? Like, you can arrest people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, and that's where the well-connected thing comes in, and that's where the corruption comes in, because you need to cover your costs somehow if you're gonna stay in your job, and the only way to move forward is to do that, and some people just do it.
Fair enough.
Okay. Literature. I just read, I was on the Wikipedia page, and Khalil, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correct.
Khalil Gibran.
Gibran. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite famous actually in India as well.
Oh yeah, he
Oh, really?
He's actually
Yeah.
American.
was a Lebanese expat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But also,
that's why he was the first one, the original one.
also very very famous in Lebanon. He made a lot of nice things. We're reading this right now. It's by Amin Malouf.
Okay.
It's also expat, Lebanese French, and
I see.
he talks about identities and fitting in when you immigrate from your country, and how you're perceived by the host country, and how you perceive people in the host society, and how one action would trigger another reaction.
And this has been written since I don't know, it's a very old book, but
when was it written?
because of all the waves of immigration, it still also applies till this day. Like,
Yeah, it's always relevant.
Is he the father of Ibrahim Malouf?
Sorry?
Is he the father of Ibrahim Malouf?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh.
Father of Rahim Malouf is
Nassim?
Nassim Malouf, yes.
Sorry, what's this book called? The one you're reading right now?
Les Identités Meurtrières in French.
It's called in English In the Name of Identity.
Okay. Nice.
You were saying something about the father.
Oh yeah,
Nassim.
no, he was asking about another famous Lebanese trumpetist. It's called Ibrahim Malouf. He's also Lebanese French. His father is also a famous trumpetist, and he invented a trumpet with an extra button. And what it does is that this button allows you to hit the quarter tones that exist in the Oriental music, which don't exist in the Occidental music.
Okay.
So the trumpet wasn't made to hit those notes, so he added a button to it, and now it does. And
Oh,
his
nice.
son plays a lot of music
Nice.
on this type of trumpet.
Nice. There is an Indian artist called T.R. Mahalingam. He used to play the flute. He couldn't go all the ranges because, when they play the flute, they keep changing the flute to go to the next octave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He added 3 more holes there, and then he's genuinely brilliant. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
And I like things that other musicians do, that they take an instrument and then customize it to their sort of singing, right? Because Elias, you play the saxophone, I'll also send you guys some videos that you can check out. Right? There's this guy, he's like a very conservative Hindu, right? He's sitting on the ground with long hair and like all the jewelry, and he plays the saxophone and like traditional Indian music tunes.
Oh, cool.
It's brilliant to watch. Yeah, I think
Nice.
you guys will. Yeah, you guys get a kick out of it, because it's probably. And also, if you watch some of our Carnatic music videos, where Vinod, by the way, plays the violin for that form of Indian music.
Oh, nice.
Usually, you guys play the violin with it, resting on your shoulder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He will have it pointed downwards. That's
Like a cello.
like a cello.
Yeah,
No.
but you have to
The other
sit
way
down
around.
on the floor, cross-legged.
The other way around.
Yeah,
Oh,
cross-legged.
yeah.
Oh.
Because all traditional Indian music's performed seated down, and not like sitting on a chair. It's on the floor. So all the instruments are designed in a way to fit that. So even this guy playing a saxophone, he'll have a shawl and everything and a different angle so that he can keep the saxophone down while playing.
Oh, okay.
It's a modified sax.
No. I think it's a legit sax, but the way he places it would
The
be
posture,
slightly different.
yeah.
Something like the violin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll send you guys some cool things to check out.
The
man.
violin, when the Western, the Navy or the ships moved to the eastern coast for colonialism, they call it trade, but it ended up being colonialism. So they brought this violin as an instrument, and the Indian musicians sort of, this is good because it has that linear scale going up and down, which is quite needed for Indian music. So they change the tension on the strings, on the last two strings, and then it's like it repeats now. It becomes it's C, G, C, G. That's how in Indian music.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's G, D, A, E in
normally,
so here it is those two, and then we can go through 3 octaves, which is essential Indian music, and they sit down and play. One, because usually the concerts where people sit down, like Vishnu said. The other, I think the nuances in Indian music is we don't switch from one note to another simply like how you do in piano, where you just switch from one note to that's not how you do it in
gradually
Indian.
switch to it.
Yeah. And you sometimes you come back and then you just annoy the audience. Like they are expecting you to go to the next note, but they just come back going halfway through. And there are teasing. Sometimes it goes to so they build it up from the lower octave. Step by step you go, and then all the teasing, and to the end you want to see that final C or the final note of the last octave, but they won't give it. They will make them wait for like 5-10 minutes.
Arabic music is like that as well.
Nice.
They like to repeat a lot. Kulthum, if you listen to that, she's Egyptian.
Okay.
You will hear a lot of repetition and a lot of teasing as well.
Yeah, true.
Nice. But I also like all the nuances. I think that's what like Western music is very rigid in that sense. You have like very strict blocks that you can put together in a certain way.
Yeah.
And Indian music or Oriental music, it just flows.
It flows.
Or Turkish music.
Yeah. Agree. The interesting thing is
we also have like
go for it, Vishnu.
Yeah, we also have like music for different occasions, right? So in this traditional form is where as much as the performer is playing for the audience is also critiquing the performer at the same time, because it's like this very traditional style of, hey, you missed that one here, because it's not, the audience is not unaware of what they're planning to say. The audience
they
is very
know
well
what to expect.
But then at the other occasion is when people go berserk, right? Like there's also drums and percussions where people are drunk and dancing and all of that. But and there's a classification for that as well. Like that's defined for a certain area, like for a certain occasion. And then the classic traditional setup is where everyone's seated on the floor. And so the idea behind the classical form of music is not to like, you don't have exaggerated emotions. So it's to keep like it's supposed to be meditative or contemplative. It's supposed to bring you like at a very you concentrate a lot and you're in the state of flow, more or less.
I think in our culture they see it a lot more as an emotional or sensitive thing. Music is supposed to bring out a lot of feelings and
express.
It's supposed to be either sweet or sad, or we also have like for different occasions we have a very Lebanese thing. It's called the Naube. So when someone dies, you would hire a band that will play very
sad music.
Certain type of music is considered sad, and someone would come and cry and would recite poetry over the dead or something like that.
In India, when a person dies, there's something called tapangut. They put that music and people start dancing while they take the body away. It's like, because
that's
it's
nice.
Like,
So this happens if someone young died.
In Lebanon,
really?
if someone young dies, they consider that they didn't get to celebrate their wedding or something like that, so they would celebrate it during their
That's okay. That's
funeral.
Quite nice. To be fair.
So you send him with a party. The one party that you missed.
See.
Yeah,
Honestly.
like the theory. The story is nice, but when you see it,
it's just, I think the music, Indian music, like Vishnu was saying, it will take you to all the ends. Like it will take you to that ecstasy where you are properly thrilled. You have united with that the pitch and the rhythm and everything, and then it'll make you tease and make you laugh here and there, and sometimes it'll play such tones where you actually feel, you think about your past, your living, all your fellow human beings, and it just takes you through that range of emotions, and so that's quite nice actually.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And
Yeah.
and another thing that I'd like to say is like, even in the lyrics, right? Like you said, it's supposed to be sweet or emotive and stuff like that. We've got a lot of themes here as well, you know, and because some of the traditional music is anchored on religious themes as well, it's in a form of worship to whichever god the composer worships, right? And so sometimes it's all nice, it's mellow, it's like, oh, you know, you're the love of my heart, you're the joy of my life, you're the keeper of the universe. And the other times it's just that it's that jilted lover, you know, it's like, here I am calling you for 30 years and I don't even see you, like, what the hell? And he's just like abusing God, which is very blasphemous in like the other side of the world, that you cannot say something like this. But here it's absolute. So it's something like the lover and the beloved. There's no difference, right? Like, I can argue with my wife and still love my wife. So that's the relationship they have with God. So they're like, they say like, oh, I call you now and you're supposed to come now. There's not a question of, oh, if you will come now, you're the creator of the universe. No, you show up right now. So it's very, it's very brave in that sort of way. It's very funny to listen to, you know. And
There's one Vishnu, I don't know if you've noticed that, Bro Baramma, like every time that the singer asks, is it too much of a task for you to take care of me? But the singer is asking God.
kind of makes me think of a dog and its owner, and then the dog needs to go on a walk, but even though the owner is way more intelligent and stronger and whatever, he still needs to take him out on a walk and pick up his poop after him.
yeah.